Seal the gates. Let no Euraxian enter this holy place.
Invaders! This one will not allow you to enter this holy place. You do not look like one of the Usurper Queen's soldiers. Who are you, and what are you doing down here? The Speaker of the Main sent you? This one expected we were on our own, what with the dragons and the battles to the north. Zamorak came down here to seal this path, but now he thinks the Uraxians seek the Grand Adept. Desert Wind holds many Khajiit secrets, and the keeper of those secrets is the Grand Adept. If you truly want to help, follow Zamorak to the Grand Adept's chambers. Nine Winds, no! Get to the door! Go! Save the Grand Adept! Go! This one will find another way inside.
You're too late. The Grand Adept revealed all before I killed her. Zumog Foom, take my soul! Zumog Foom! This is the necromancer's doing. Even in death, I continue to serve. He called it a blessing. Said it would protect me. Damn it! He claimed my soul! We came for an ancient secret, protected by the Grand Adept. She put up a good fight, I'll give her that. Zumog Foom seeks the location of the betrayer's body parts. I learned where the
You are wrong. The secret belongs to me. What the battle mage knew in life, she whispers to me in death. Soon Riverhold will fall, and the betrayer will be restored.
Let the fourth wind open the way. Grand Adept! No! Zamorak has failed. This one was too slow. Again. What has happened here? Who killed the Grand Adept? Zamorak thanks you for avenging the Grand Adept. But why did they attack this peaceful Adeptorium? Why kill a harmless old student of the Desert Winds? The Usurper Queen made a mistake when she had the Grand Adept killed. Whatever they came to find had an unintended consequence. It has roused the students of the Desert Winds. Zamorak pledges the adepts to Gareshri's cause. Euraxia will fall. We are not many, but we are strong. The adepts of the Desert Wind will aid the city. Zamorak will see you there. After he makes sure the Grand Adept receives the proper blessings.
Better not be another bother. Help me.
What is it? What do you want?
home of fat priests and wealthy merchants. A survivor of plagues and wars, and only stronger for it. Grachin wonders if the kingdom will ever truly fall.
Merivale has already done so much.
You know, Minshok could have left it all behind. He could have had grand adventures, traveling to moons nowhere, doing moons no one.
Work! Farmhands needed at Mother's farm! You saw Roxargo's flyers, yes? Mother had him post them across the valley. Help wanted for Sweetwater Farmstead. Ah, Sweetwater, our home sweet home. Are you interested in a job? We need more farmhands. You see, our farmhands have gone missing lately, so we need more. You ask a lot of questions, yes? Mother just told me to stand here and find more farmhands, so I did. You have questions? Talk to Mother at our farm. Her name is Kideya, though you should call her ma'am. That is only polite, yes? The farm is just up the road north of here. And don't worry if Mother seems cross. Roxargo's brother came home for a visit, and they have been arguing. The farmhands left. This one does not know why. Mother was very upset, so Roxargo offered to hang the flyers. This one remembers that Verani was very unhappy. Kept talking about wanting to leave, but she is the... Yes, it is a moon sugar farm. Very big, very busy. Well, oh yes, Mother wants brother to stay and help with the farm. It is our family's farm after all.
Did you hear that Razandar is back in town? Oh, it's been years since Majadi saw him. And now he's back, handsomer than ever. This one didn't even think it was possible.
Kidea means no rudeness, but she hasn't time for visitors today. Best to seek company elsewhere, yes? It is true. Workers were happy and plentiful, but now? Moons be praised if half our workforce remains. You look clever. Perhaps you could investigate our missing farmhands? Mizun, owner of Fragrant Moon's plantation, sought to buy our farm after the last harvest. This one refused. Kidea suspects he now bribes away her workers in order to make this one desperate enough to sell. So kind of you to offer. But take Kidea's eldest son with you, yes? He returned home recently from Moon's Nowhere, and now he lies about like a slug. Find the lazy Khajiit in the cave up the hill, just north of the farm. It's about time Kidea's layabout son helped around here. He may be clever, yes, but when it comes to farm work, you would He's the oldest farmer in this valley. Been growing cane since this one was a kitten, and Kidea is now, not as young as she once was. It is possible. No workers means no crops, no. Accusing? Yes. He hasn't lifted a paw around the farm since he came home. He's a traveler, he tells me. Kidea loves her little rag.
Mother! Raxargo found a new farmhand!
Yes, sweet one, thank you. We're going to look into our troubles right after they wake up your brother.
Brother is still sleeping? Raxargo rose at dawn and has been working hard all day!
If only your brother were as dutiful as you.
Must have been drawn by the scent of my rising dough. And don't be shy about staring at Rigart's muscles as he stirs. Did you bring the honey flowers? If there's one... Nonsense! Rigart's belly doesn't care if mead or meat is swallowed first, so why should the mixing bowl be any different, huh? Rigart has gone far in life by treating every situation like he treats his belly. Give Rigart the flowers, and he will add them. I saw Asaldak, the famous Khajiit sweet maker by the Maryvale Farms fountain. Ask him to try my sweet bread. His endorsement will change the Khajiiti belief that Nords only eat frozen potatoes and inspire a pastry-based esteem between our cultures.
Asaldak understands why you would want to approach him, but he only signs autographs at special events, and he only talks to his admirers at them. Actually, he never talks to his admirers. Asaldak was once invited to Skyrim to try their so-called delicacies, but declined due to a disdain for cold weather, and bad food, and Nords in general. Asaldak will try this Nord sweetbread for a laugh. Tell him Asaldak will be there shortly. This Nord better be finished with his cooking by the time Asaldak arrives. Asaldak does not like to be kept waiting. Because, unlike you, I spent time mastering my craft instead of asking stupid questions. Asaldak redefined food and elsewhere. He was personal chef to the main. He has prepared food for many slobbering Nords, but has never seen one cook anything edible.
Rigard's sweetbread turned out better than expected. It's perfectly brown and tough. Everything should be tough. Our teeth can't grow stronger if we don't challenge them with unyielding treats. When Rigard was a baby, his mother had him suck on rocks to comfort his sore gums. Now his bite is strong enough to snap a bristleback's tusk. It's an honor to meet you, Asaldak. On behalf of Yoren Skald King, please enjoy Windhelm's famous sweetbread.
Did you bring the bread with you from Skyrim? It's hard as a rock.
Harder than a rock. Rigard made some improvisations to the original recipe.
It doesn't smell too wretched. Asaldak will attempt to take a bite without breaking a tooth.
What do you think? Impressive? Delicious? Ferocious?
Atrocious. Why is it filled with flowers? Why are the flowers covered in dirt? Why are there insects in the dirt? How did you make something so terrible?
Did you hear that, friend? Asaldak wants to know Rigard's recipe. I'm sure he'll return after he wins his digestive battle. Find these screaming mammoths at Valenwood Gate, so they can play for Lady Isa. Yeah! Yeah!
What? Who is there? This one's head may ache, but that does not mean he cannot defend himself. Five Claw? Raz thought he recognized you. Moons only know what brings you to this backwater place, but it is always good to see a friend. Raz would offer you wine, but he has unfortunately drank it all. Perhaps you have some? She would trust Raz with such a task? That does not sound like Mother. Unless she just wants to get Raz out of this cave. No, don't answer that. Well, anything is better than farm work, yes? Raz will be happy to help. Mizum has wanted to get his paws on Sweetwater for years. If Mother can't keep the farm operating, Mizum can buy it and gain control of the valley's moon sugar cane. We need proof. Meet Raz outside the Fragrant Moon's plantation. At last! Something here that's worthy of Raz's attention. Let's get to the Fragrant Moon's plantation and see what we can dig up. Mizum's farm occupies the southern side of the valley. The big house. You have met Raz's family, yes? Mother has never approved of this one's occupation. She suspects he is a wandering beggar or some such nonsense. As you can imagine, this puts quite a strain on our relationship. Roxargo is... he has been at Mother's side for far too long, tied to her apron strings. Besides, he has a particular disposition. Raz watched him lick an entire bowl of marbles once, all because this one told him that one of them was candy. You do realize that Raz's position as an Eye of the Queen is a secret, yes? Only those who need to know can ever be told the truth. My family? They don't need to know. Besides, they would never believe such a thing. They know that some young high elf convinced Raz to leave home and go on an adventure. But that was before Irene was queen. Mother thinks that her eldest son abandoned her to chase after a pretty face. She isn't completely wrong. Queen Irene insisted that Raz take a vacation after his last mission. Even the eye of the queen needs to blink now and then, she told him. So Raz returned to elsewhere to spend some quality time with his family. Political as usual. Raz wanted to stick around and help clean up after the sea slaughs and Daedric incursions, but the proxy queen requested I leave the island. Too bad. This one was hoping to get to know her a little better. Ah, the lovely land of Gold Coast, and the equally lovely Nario. If only more assassins had her particular assets. Raz's job would certainly be a lot more interesting. More difficult, yes, but far more interesting. The new man is settling in quite nicely. Unfortunately, travel here in northern Elsewhere has meant that the Speaker hasn't been able to provide as much guidance as he might like. Garesh Ri has his hands full with the usurper queen and the dragons. Of course! What do you... Raz is glad you made it. He was about to proceed without you. Now remember, we need to be stealthy. The fewer guards that notice us, the fewer guards we'll have to kill, yes? Mercenaries, actually. In addition to gates and walls, Mizum hired the Red Hands to patrol his land. They're not the type to ask questions before they try to kill you. Best to slip in unseen. Ledgers, documents, contracts, anything that proves that Mizum bribed the farmhands. Or perhaps we will grow lucky and find a journal. Over the years, Raz has discovered that many villains enjoy documenting their nefarious plans. One more thing. Try to avoid unnecessary murder, yes? Not that the Red Hands deserve mercy, of course. But any messes you make, Raz will need to clean up. And Raz is on vacation. Besides, Mother wouldn't take kindly to killing the neighbors. Lead the way, Five Claw, but be stealthy. Raz will be right behind you. It's likely the mercenaries stick to regular patrol patterns. We can take advantage of that if we're observant. Just watch where they go and which direction they look. And if you spot a place to hide, use it. Mercenaries from Pelitin. Clawless thugs who will do anything for a price. Thievery, kidnapping, even murder. They also deal in the slave trade. Mizum must be truly desperate.
He goes to the city for the pickpockets. He enjoys the attention.
This creature was attacked by something unnatural. That much is clear. So, moon sugar disappears from Mizum stores as well. Interesting.
Did you see that once before?
First, Muzum loses moon sugar. Now his farmers won't work. What nonsense.
There is something out there, Mizum. Some sort of beast.
Bah! A beast! This one sees no beast. All he sees are lazy Khajiit who make up foolish lies.
The farmers of Maryvale are no strangers to... Let's return to Mother's farm and discuss what we learned. Old Mizum is dealing with missing moon sugar, scared farmhands, and a mysterious beast. Perhaps he and Mother suffered the same problem, yes? A creature prowls the sugarcane fields. Something far deadlier than a terror bird. If this is true, then Raz fears the missing farmhands reside in the belly of this beast. And so will many others, if we don't put a stop to it. You must visit Honeybreeze Homestead, another moon sugar farm in the valley. If Raz is right, Jedolthal will be suffering from the same problem as Mizum and Mother. The farmstead is just across the bridge, on the southern side of the valley. In the meantime, Raz will try to convince his family to stay out of the fields. Perhaps they will be reasonable today. Anything that proves this beast exists. Corpses, tracks, strange residue. With luck, Jedolthal will have even seen this creature. Him or one of his 3 lovely daughters. Ah, Jedolthal's daughters. Raz wonders if they still remember him. Does Raz seem like the type to kiss and tell? Well, not while sober, at least. Now that this one thinks about it, he may not have left things on the best footing in regards to the daughters, particularly when it comes to certain promises. Raz admits to succumbing to the folly of youth in his younger days, though after so many years, this one assumes they have forgotten about such things.
Razum, Mother sent you to find our missing farmhands, and this is where you end up? Our house?
We already searched Mizum's plantation. Raz came back to warn you about...
Excuses. And this one thought you learned more in your travels than which tavern served the cheapest ale.
You better go, Five Claw. This may take some time.
Perhaps you have been more helpful than this one's vagrant son. Telkidea, have you made any... And this one supposes that Razum was the one to... Fine. But you will watch him, yes? Make sure that Razum stays out of trouble.
This is good meat. Raxargro would offer you some, but he dropped it earlier.
Go ahead and live while you still can. Oh, if only Raz was so lucky. Yeah!
Please, someone help! A monster is attacking the farm! It cornered Jedathel, chased his daughters into the field. You have to help them. A monster, I heard it. It roared loud enough for Alkosh to hear. I ran, but the noise must have startled the local animals as well. A lion nearly took my arm. Please, you must help Jedathel. He is hiding just ahead.
Quickly, go on ahead and find Jedolthal. Raz will help our friend here.
Moons above, let Jedothal's family be safe. Please, please, Jedothal begs. You must rescue his 3 daughters from that horrid beast. They should just be west of here up the path. You must find them before that monster does. Jedothal was only able to catch a glimpse of it as he ran. But what he saw was unnatural. It was an enormous beast with a mouthful of fangs.
moons that they found me without my bow. I'd make quick work of them if I had it on hand. Have you seen my father, by chance? He's a kind man, but not very quick. I fear he may have come to harm. Of course, I'll make sure he stays safe. Have you also seen my sisters? I tried my best to lead them to safety, but they scattered in their panic. Then I must ask you to find them. My sisters are not fighters. They will need your protection far more than I. For...
The fragrant Pascheroni. Raz is glad to see you safe.
Hello, Raz. I didn't know you were back in Maryvale.
Well, yes. Come, let Raz lead you to safety.
Very well, but do not think you can just slip away again. We have much to talk about.
By the moons, you have to help me. A monster attacked our farm. My father ran, but I do not know what became of him. Ah, thank goodness. Have you seen my two sisters as well? We separated in our... Oh, I'm happy to hear that. But I'm still worried about my remaining sister. Raz, you're here?
Of course. You are safe now, sweet Nura. Raz will get you to safety.
The two of us behind the mill reminds me of old times, old promises.
Let's talk about that later. Much later. Raz will make sure...
Please do not worry about it.
Have you seen my father, Jadathor? I've been searching for him, but I wasn't able to make it very far. Thank the moons. And have you possibly seen my two sisters? I see. What a relief to hear. I feared the worst when I heard that monster attack. But it seems that we have been blessed with bright moons this day. I remember a voice shouting commands. An Imperial, perhaps? Though what an Imperial would be doing on our farm, I do not know. I did see the monster head for the cave up the hill. It may still be there.
Ah, the beautiful Banji. It is good to see you alive and well.
Raz? At last you have returned to me. Oh, I knew you would keep your promise.
Ah, yes. Raz is keeping his promise, of course. Raz will make sure she...
I will be vigilant.
Very good. That should distract those farmers for quite a while. An intruder! Quick, Dolor, kill them at once!
Dark moons, a Daedra. Oh, Raz hates those things. Raz knew something was sour in Sweet Maryvale. Well, at least we know what happened to the missing farmhands. But why does a Daedrat care about moon sugar? Then it is likely this mage must have summoned the Daedra. Wouldn't be too surprising if he was behind the missing moon sugar as well. Raz was able to question Jadathol while you dealt with our large friend over there. Our neighbor has also lost moon sugar this season, yet has seen no thieves. Let us return to Mother's farm and examine her storage cellar.
There they are! Moons be praised. Thank you both. Because of your help, this one's family is safe.
Raz is so pleased to see you and your daughters unharmed. All 3 of your daughters.
Yes, Raz. And all 3 of us have been talking quite a bit about you.
Specifically how you seem to have made certain promises to all of us.
Do you remember, Razamdar? Oh, this one will love you forever. This one will come back for you soon. This one only has eyes for you.
What? Raz, is this true?
Now, Raz can explain everything. You should head to Mother's cellar, while Raz clears up this, despite Mizum and Jadathol's vigilance. You must understand, this was many years ago. And Raz now has the maturity to admit that he was, in his youth, a complete and utter muscars at times. In his defense, however, Raz did plan to choose but one daughter to woo. Eventually. Yes, well, this was only a short time before Raz left Maryvale, and as he had no intention of ever returning to this town, he did not see the harm in making certain promises. Oh, Raz has talked his way out of stickier situations than this. Have no worries. For now, you should head to Mother's cellar. This...
Ugh, I don't know what I ever saw on Raz. I mean, just look at his stupid hair. I can't believe...
It might be best if you leave now, Rook. You played no part in this vagrant's betrayal.
If Raz hadn't just rescued my entire family, I'd have ripped the lungs out of his chest. Even so, he's certainly not leaving here unscathed.
Jadathol was curious as to why his daughters were so distraught when Raz first left. Now this one starts to paint the picture, yes?
Yeah!
You saved those poor mages trapped within Elden Hollow.
Let us search for signs of thievery. And if Raz's family decides to poke their snouts in, ignore them. The less attention we give, the quicker they will leave. Raz sees nothing out of the ordinary.
This is where you search for the farmhands? Our cellar? What? Are they hiding in the walls?
No clues to be found here, it seems. That is a rather ornate tapestry for this cellar. Mother, did you hang this?
What? No, of course not. Who would Mother be trying to impress? The cellar rats?
A secret passage, eh? Raz thought he felt a draft in here. Just as Raz suspected, these caverns extend below the entire valley. Farmers use them to store tools and equipment. Raz was thinking the same thing. Given the it is like...
Well, look who we got here. Intruders. Oh, you're going to get in trouble. Why, you certainly have a lot of eyes. And they're different colors, too. Fancy that. Would you mind untying me? Itchy. I'm a smuggler. I'm smuggling. Well, at the moment I'm tied up, obviously. We're making Boss Man! He does all sorts of nasty things. Summons Daedra, steals from the kitty farmers, ties me up. Perhaps...
The cave's branch here. You should follow the corridor, while Raz takes this side passage. We'll meet up farther ahead.
Think I left Cyrodiil for a few pieces of gold? We need to double our production. The time for stealth and subterfuge is ending. Soon we will launch a raid on the farms. Patience, Tim-Tam. Patience. We'll find
There you are, Fan. Leaving so soon? Well, Raz will wait here for you then. A skooma.
You're the one interfering in my...
Sweet. Now's our chance to end this, once and for all. Quite the investigation, yes? We infiltrated a heavily patrolled farmstead, saved 3 beautiful damsels, and dismantled the skooma operation. All in all, not a bad day's work. Ah, yes. Mother's docile screeching can lull Raz to sleep. Now, this one suspects that Mother would try to cheat you if you ask her for payment. So here, a reward from Raz's own pockets. Aren't you a lucky one?
Well, it seems you're good for something, at least.
Good for something? Raz took down an entire skooma operation for Jode's sake.
Razumdar, sir, I have an urgent message for you from Queen Irene.
A message for us? Ah! Who would waste the paper on him?
Roxargo, shush! Queen Irene? Razum, what is he talking about?
Raz's next assignment. It seems this one's vacation is over, Mother.
Already? But you only just arrived.
Well, Raz could stay for one last meal before he departs.
And letters? Will you write us letters?
Doesn't Raz always?
Don't mind me. Soon as Razumdar is ready to leave, I'll be out of your hair.
Seems that duty calls, thank the moons. Raz does not know if he would have survived another day with his oh-so-beloved family. Still, he can at least stay for one more meal. This may come as a surprise, Five Claw, but Raz has never been particularly fond of small-town life. The first opportunity, let's just say that it involved a certain high elf noble seeking adventure, 3 bottles of whiskey, and a small fire. Well, a large fire. But it was... Irene certainly wasn't the queen back then. But Raz speaks too much, no? Perhaps he will tell you the tale another time, when there is far more wine and far fewer mothers about.
Kidea did not think Razum would be leaving so soon. But it seems he has important matters to attend to. Who is Kidea to deny the High Elf Queen? This one wonders, what exactly does her son do for the Queen? Yes, perhaps it is time to stop assuming the worst of this one's rascal. Easy as that may be, Kidea will cook a nice dinner for her family tonight. Some fresh salmon sprinkled with moon sugar, perhaps. Just the way Razum likes it.
Roxargo never gets letters from tiny elves. Why does brother get to have all the fun?
Yeah!
Could you please stop stomping around like that? My head is pounding enough as it is. Sure as bones. We never should have eaten those sugar cakes. Rachin sugar cakes. Our manager, Bakargo, tried to warn us about them, but what kind of band would we be if we paid attention to warnings? Ah, Rigot. The last time I felt this bad was when I tried to beat him in a mead drinking contest. We don't want to let him down, but we can hardly stand, let alone give a performance worthy of the Screaming Mammoths. He needs someone to play, but that someone doesn't need to be the Screaming Mammoths. Take our instruments and sing the song yourself. That cat will never know the difference. There's a lute and a drum in this chest.
Jacques, like my Jal, spare a kindness for a priest of 2 moons? Hadoras is at the end of his rope, dangling by the scruff. This one returns from warning the speaker of the main of a dire prophecy, only to find his fellow priests speaking little sense and doing even less, raving and rambling about our moon bishop's vision. She tells the priests to burn their moon sugar, so they do. She tells them to smear cheese upon the walls, so they do. She tells them to douse the temple fires with their tongues, so they do. I fear someone will die if this continues. Bright moons shine upon you, Walker. This one pursued his friend, Zarga, before you arrived. The fool chases a beast's young with a butterfly net, and woe unto him when their mother follows the commotion. Please, find Zarga before he is eaten. I last saw him run after the beasts into the wilderness to the west. Since she was very young, her eyes have always been as bright. She foresaw the return of the dragons with a frightening clarity. I went to warn Lord Garrett. 2 moons at Tenmar is Hadaras's temple. A venerable house. They don't question her visions. No matter how absurd the a powerful and insidious spell to turn the whole temple.
This one has you now, pretty butterfly. I am going to need a bigger net. Oh no! You smashed it! Such pretty colors leaking out!
Ho-ho! You smashed that as flat as a flapjack! But who said you could play with my toys? Well, hello, my new playmate. Glad to find someone with their wits still about them. Too many crazies around here. I mean, what self-respecting person goes around chasing butterflies with a net? Everybody knows you use a hammer. I'm a cat. I thought that bit was obvious. Unless I'm not a cat. Meow? Meow. Nope, cat. Maybe you're not as sharp as I thought. Attack that's seen one too many backsides, huh? Bad for you, worse for them! The priest, silly!
You really are clueless, aren't you, plaything? How are you gonna win the game if you can't even find the pieces? Am I gonna have to dangle every answer in front of you like cheese-stuffed mice hanging by their entrails? Ah, that's more like it. Maybe there's hope for you after all. Now hurry your heroic hiney to my playground, or it's gonna be the blind leading the blind out there. Ha ha! Toodles!
Oh no, stop this madness. Why can't you see reason?
Seeing is the problem, Adoras. That's why we need it.
Maybe we don't need it. This one's claws are sharp. Pop, pop, and we're all saved.
No, it must be the fork. It won't work otherwise. Ah, Jal, you are safe. I hope the same may be said about Zarga. Moons, I pray he does not get any other ideas. Hadoras has his hands full as it is. He found these ones searching for a fork to put out their eyes. The Moon Bishop told them that if they blind themselves, they would remain hidden from the dragon's sight. Not just any fork. A two-tined iron fork smelling ever so slightly of roast beef. Please, help me keep them from finding this smelly thing. This one smells meat wafting on the wind. It is not an odor he would call beefy, but he thinks it may be the trail they were following. Hadoras will keep his eyes on these ones, so they may keep their eyes. You did? What did he... Wait, why didn't you stop him? Dark moons. What sort of childish sorcerer drives clergy to chase after wild beasts because they are insane? Only a sugar tooth would believe putting out their... Then this one is sure you will have no trouble finding it. If this one must talk in circles with lunatics much longer, he too will go mad. Did you find any offending... Khajiit gets all goose-pimply in the hackles just touching it. Adoras fears things are even worse than he imagined. This fork reeks of more than beef. It stinks of oblivion. The skooma cat. He must be responsible for our Moon Bishop's strange visions. How has he spread his madness to the monks? And you said you saw him, in the flesh? An Alfik? The skooma cat should not be able to cross the lunar lattice. If he walks among us, then Joan and Jode must truly be out of alignment. We must check on the temple. Please, you go ahead to the temple. Find our moon bishop. Keep her from spreading any more of this madness. This one isn't sure. The mere touch of it makes him want to spit fur, but he must keep it out of their hand. It is the least that this one can do to keep his kin from teetering off the edge of insanity. Hadaras will be all right. Before there were the moons, or the world, there were Anur and Fadomai. From their union, all the god cats came. Hadaras does not smell the sick sweetness of the drug upon them. Terrible as it is, the lunar lattice formed by Joan and Jode's light separates Nurni from the other god cats and protects her children from the Saizensa. Bright is the moons and just as beautiful. If there is anyone within 2 moons at Tenmar who could see truth.
Oh, I see you met Forky. Been talking about me again, hasn't it? Such a gossip, that one. But you can hear the ocean if you stick it in your ears. Give it a try. Doing what? The purring? I don't know. Just happens at the darndest times. Smelling a bowl of cream, laying eyes on a plump ball of yarn, licking me... Oh, wait. I feel a grooming coming on. Who's trying? Oh, sure, you've kept a handful all boring and breathing. But we've been having a right riot in the temple. You ever hear cats always land on their feet? Turns out, it's true. Of course, their feet wind up by their ears, but why split pairs, eh? Stop! Stop! We're just getting to the best part. I think they're really getting the hang of it. Last one got one good bounce in before he split like a ripe tomato. Oh, I think the Moon Bishop's giving it a go. Don't want to miss that! Best hurry, or you missed the show!
Yes, Zenza, show us the way. Walker, you arrive at the perfect moment. You will witness our salvation. Moon Bishop Cizenza said we must ascend with Canarti to escape the dragons. True cats will reach the sands behind the stars by stepping between the 2 moons. We have not found the path yet, but now our prophet will show us the way. Oh, have faith. Joan and Jode have shone like beacons.
Canarthi, please lend this one your wings. Cizenza should see where to step. Her vision showed it true. But no, this one sees by the light of the 2 moons. These are not fevered sugar dreams. She saw the dragons spring from the mouth of the world. Cizenza tried to save them. She sees so much that she is blinded. What is the truth? What are the lies? Yes, I need to sit down. Gather my thoughts.
Oh, no you don't. Get your paws off my favorite painting. Ho-ho, look at you, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Nothing beats a chicken without a noggin. Believe me, I've tried. You came awfully close to spoiling me fun, though. I like my fun. Why? So you can keep hogging all the toys? No, no, no. These are mine. I licked them. How much more marking do I have to do? Alone? Who wants to be alone? trapped in their own head until all the life and joy of the world leaks out and leaves an ugly grey corpse. They're better off in my company, sure. Suppose I could let them go, if you'd rather be my plaything instead. I whisk you home to where the real fun is. Oh, I haven't hosted company since half-past. You'll love what I've done with the place. It'll be like you never left. Have you there in 2 shakes of a grand mal fit. So, come on, plaything. The game's a face.
I don't know what to do with your warning. Why won't you guide me when I need you now more than ever? I must see. Sacred sugar, uncloud my eyes.
Oh, how the moons twinkle in those glassy eyes. You want to stare off into space and time? I'll show you the future, past and present. There you go, trying to play with my toys again. Well, I've had enough sharing. You again. Toys that get in my way wind up back in the box. Is it time to pack you up? Cheese, cheese, cheese. Enjoy a few thousand wheels and suddenly it's all people get you when Sunsnod comes around. Do I look like a rat to you? Am I a rat? Wait your turn, plaything. There'll be plenty of time for me to chase you around this little... Is that cream? Oh, I could go for some fatty bovine discharge right now. Why'd you go and bring it to me in a cup? Cats don't have thumbs. Well, most cats. Why don't I have thumbs? Hold on to that while I grow thumbs. This may take a bit. Cream. Oh, I haven't had cream since I made Otar cry over it.
No! Come back! Sense could almost see it. We burn our hair, but the dragons came. Sense saw it. They will burn her temple, burn us all. It feels familiar, like this one has done this before.
Hey! I just messed that up! Can't leave a good mess unattended for 1 minute before some hero comes to clean it up. Go tidy your own drawers.
John and Joan have shown me how we may protect our temple. Bless your eyes, Moon Bishop. What must we do? We must create an anchor beneath two moons to hold our temple between two moons. Apologies, Moon Bishop. This one does not see.
They'll see clear enough once the anchor's built.
The anchor will let you all see as I do. All will become clear soon.
Think you're the cream of the crop, eh? Well, you won't be filling my head with daydreams of sweet cow squeezings this time. I lapped up every last drop. Now what are you gonna do with all that dry toast, eh? Hey, careful with that! What poor fool could entertain their court if they lost their head? Between you and me, a wise fool keeps a few spare. Think you're the cream of the crop, eh? Cheese on toast? That's just crazy talk. Think you're the cream of the yarn? So soft and bouncy. Just makes me want to bat it around like a newborn babe. No! You're trying to distract me again. Well, I'm not having it. No! Wait, yes! Keep dangling those luxurious ropey threads in my face and you'll find my claws in yours. Off with you! Look at it go apart, sure.
Saizenza has seen you at her temple, faithful. She hopes you will help, yes, to buoy our temple through this storm. Joan, it will hold open a tiny gap in the lunar lattice, so our temple might slip between the moon. We will tuck it away beneath our...
Would you rabbling? I was batting her thoughts into a glorious tango before you came along. Now I'm gonna have to start again. It was me the whole time! Are you surprised? I was surprised. All right, yeah, so I did. But then I thought it'd be more fun to just keep you both. I was half right. You're a little too good as a plaything. It's not fair if you're always winning. That's the best part of playing games with lunatics. They're always changing the rules. You'd get it if you just let me whack you on the noggin a few hundred times. No? Well, game's over. Off with you now. Look at you, making demands. In my games. In my realm. All right. One last impossible challenge for you then. How's that for sporting? Say my name 3 times. Knew I should have gone with frontwards. They never expect that. Anyone who turned their back to a Daedric prince is a wedge short of a wheel. Go on and take that one. You earned it. Loony. Farewell, cheese of my dreams. Out you go, before Haskill sees the mess you've made. Neither of us wants to hear that.
Escape this nightmare! Quickly! Hadoras, what have I done?
It was not you, Saizensa. It was the skooma cat that brought these misfortunes.
Walker, this one remembers you from her dreams. Your face, your voice. 2 moons guiding her through the fog. Saizensa cannot repay you enough for this. Saizensa is to blame. The skooma cat would have never caused this chaos, if not for her weakness. She led her Clouder astray, and too many of her disciples had to pay the price. As Moon Bishop, it was Saizensa's duty to protect her temple. But when the time came, she could do nothing without Joan and Jode to show her the way. When the visions did not come, she tried to bring them with the sacred sugar. She is no leader. It is not for her to decide. If Khajiit lost their faith in her, she would not be surprised. This one will beg forgiveness for her failings and accept the will of her Clouder. She was too reliant on her gifts, and a leader must be more than a prophet. For the moment, it is all this one can do to try and restore peace and order to her temple. Then will come the true test. She knows the dragons will come to 2 moons, and her Clouder must be prepared. Dragons. So many of them, erupting from the mouth of the world. The skies becoming choked with flame and cinder. Moon sugar, refined into a potent liquid. Skooma. It is a dangerous thing, abused by those who drink and smoke the sacred sugar. Experience things. During our ceremonies, these things are seen as a premonition. He has always been the skooma cat. Since Fadumai gave him life and purpose, you may call him Sheogorath, and we Shegorath, but the truth is, he is both. He and his littermates are cats whose coats are what this one only barely recalls things she saw.
Sharp Claw, Hadoras is glad to see you kept your wit. After you scared 8 lives from Hadoras jumping through that portal. With a rousing game of Saizenza's, we must tend to those. Saizenza's prophecy. Khajiit have always.
Rada could not find the fork, but he did not need it after all.
This one should have jumped. Why didn't she? She was to be saved.
You were wiser not to follow Saizenza. Those who did were the only ones to suffer.
Did Aramun Bishop find the path? Relasu.
Anything I can.
Would you like to hear the fragrant word of Azura? It was she who gave us shape and told us the 3 secrets. She who Ah, yes. Mazdur entered this den of vagrants with the most honorable of... That would be most appreciated. This... Azura bless you, brave Rook. Mazdur must travel many places to spread the word of his lady. Through divine inspiration, it is true that Mazdur is trapped with... Mazdur has dedicated his life to the brilliance of... It was the wisdom of Asura, this one's title, bequeathed upon him by his family long ago. Asura was born... have the key, yes? If you would open the cage then. Praise Asura for your timely intervention, Rook. Come now, let us speak outside.
With all these dragons around, no one cares about us measly bandits.
Mazdur is grateful for such a rescue. Were you able to find his amulet as well? Then you have this one's gratitude. And the gratitude of Asura as well, it seems. Just as Mazdur was leaving, he happened to find something of value. Take it. And so Mazdur is once again saved by the intervention of Asura. Through your actions, of course. As of late, this one's thoughts turn to Greenshade. While the Khajiit have always welcomed Asura into their heart. No, Mazdur will be met with hostility. Of this he is sure. But Asura...
Get back, Rakasha! I won't let you have this one.
Ha! Your blood is too thin. Keep that one as a gift, Yushiha, for when you're ready to drink.
Sheath your claws, Walker. This one does not want a fight, but you've walked into a dangerous feud. You should leave the Weeping Scar. Yushiha cannot protect everyone from her former kin. I am an exile of the Tenar Zalvit vampire clan. This wasteland has long been our home. Unforgiving, but we survived in peaceful seclusion through the wisdom of our clan mother. She is gone now, and my clan strays down a treacherous path without her. My blood brother, Rakasha, tempts my clan to give in to their thirst. He urges them to abandon our way of life and prey on the caravanners without restraint or mercy. I must divert them from this path, but I am losing the fight. Yushiha is grateful. This caravaner she saved was not alone. Help her check on their camps, warn them, protect them if necessary. We must save them from my clan before we can save my clan from themselves. He leads the Tenar Zalvit. After our clan mother's death, he promised our blood brothers and sisters a better life. Yushiha is the only one who still remains. Once Rakasha's followers tasted the blood of our living cousins, those who resisted were easily driven out. He is right about one thing. Living on... He blames our pacifist ways for all our troubles, and has renounced them. Rakasha believes embracing our nature as vampires. I believe our clan mother's wisdom was the only thing that has kept us alive this long. Before the flu, we only drank blood that was offered to us. But after it wiped out Orcrest, we have had to... That was very long ago.
Nearly at the edge of memory, Walker. Back when the 16 kingdoms of Khajiit became 2, my family was taken by the Thracian plague, and I brought them to Tanar Zalvit. The world outside seemed as if it was about to end. I had nothing, no purpose, no future. The clan, a cabal of necromancers raided our home. The burial site our clan watched over for centuries. She defied their leader. Our clan served as the caretakers of the Tanar Zalvit ossuary, when there was anyone left to seek burial. Khajiit made our troubles began with the Nahatan flu. Our clan grew from a small handful to a settlement.
So, a tiger walks among the cattle. You were with Yushiha, yes?
It's been too long since we tasted life.
But after returned, their blood seemed thin as gruel.
Did my blood sister beg you to hunt me, Walker? Has she grown too weak to do it herself? My clan, Walker. And she has no place in it until she drinks as she was meant to. She can live like vermin if she chooses, but my clan will never return to that life. Everything. Our lives were spent hiding away in tombs, gnawing on rats to keep the hunger at bay. day after day, year after year, with no end in sight. There are predators and there are prey. Our clan mother chose to live like prey, and she died like prey. But we are vampires. We...
Do not listen to his sweet talk.
I never want to see
Your
that
claws
too
are
again.
dull as
Not
always,
even to
Yoshia.
hide from the sun.
Remember what I said, Walker.
Rakasha toys with us. He is drunk with power. What of the caravans? I have found no one alive. Rakasha is not so foolish as to needlessly slaughter his prey. Our clan must be herding the caravanners into the Tenar Zalvit ossuary like cattle. You will, Walker. I lack the strength to fight them. I will keep to the shadows and help you how I can. The Tenar Zalvit ossuary is deeper within the chasm, to the east. I will meet you inside. It has been the Tenar Zalvit's clan home for centuries. A humble place of rest for Khajiit to begin their journey to the sands behind the stars. After the flu came, it became a sprawling boneyard. You will find my clan in great numbers there. Paradise, Walker. Where Khajiit who followed the true path of the moons lounge in the gentle warmth of the sun undo. I am sworn to keep an eternal vigil, even if I am the last of my clan who remembers our duty to the dead. And if I should die, I am out of Canarthi's reach. Only the cruel embrace of Molag Bal. Our clan served as the caretakers of the Tenar Zalvit ossuary when there was anyone left to seek burial. Khajiit, our troubles began with the Nahatan flu. It swept through Orcrest like a flood, leaving death in its wake. Our clan grew from a small handful to a settlement in itself. In an instant, we lost our main source of food and gained many more mouths to feed. Rakasha is no fool. He is a clever catwalker.
The clan mother was a fool to keep us locked away for so long. We should leave the Weeping Scar. Take over somewhere worth living.
These caravanners are too thin-blooded.
I saw them take the key across the bridge. Please, find it and free us.
Good work, Walker. Keep searching, and put that key to good use. I'll catch up after I've led this one to safety.
go so long without it.
No, please. A taste of... I swear! Watch out! There's more! More of them! Don't get eaten!
Don't kill everyone. Hurt
Merciful moons! I think that's the last of them.
Close call. Don't worry. This one will be safe with me.
It's been too long.
Khajiit treated no better than animals. Shameful. You go on. I'll watch over them. Rakaja, I warned you retribution would come to you if you hunted Khajiit as prey. Step down, and our clan might yet be redeemed.
It's you who let this hunter do our den, Yushia, not me. Unlike our clan mother, I am prepared for our enemies. Hunt me if you dare.
Rakaja! Rakaja! There's no going back for him. Neither Rakaja nor the Tenar Zalvit clan. Their only care now is the taste of the blood on their tongues. There's only one way this ends now. With Rakaja buried in this tomb, killing him won't bring my clan back. But making an example of him may teach the Tenar Zalvit to feed with more restraint. I don't believe Rakaja will give you any other choice. It's a lot to ask of you, but the lives we've saved will be a small fraction of those lost if he is not deposed. You are five-clawed, Walker. Now's the time. Come, we should get back to the caravan survivors. This way. You did what I could not, Walker. Rakasha is gone, and his misguided beliefs along with him. I only wish the lesson hadn't come at so great a price. These caravanners will spread the word of my clan. Others will come to hunt them down. What's left of the Tanars Alvit will either recall our clan mother's wisdom to flee and survive, or suffer Rakaja's fate. You've seen what remains of my clan. They carry my bloodline, but they are no longer my kin. There may come a time when the Tanars Alvit can return to what they once were, when our name and clan home are far from memory. There's nothing left for me here. We couldn't save my clan from doom, but I am grateful for all you've done, as are the caravanners. They've scrounged this up as thanks. Soon, the Weeping Scar's tears will have run dry, much like my own. Neither the dead nor I will have rest, while the one responsible for this still lives. I will hunt down the orc who desecrated our home and brought ruin to my clan. I know the scent of death all too well. His necromancer. Tell me what you know of this orc. Necromancers? And dragons? Already Yushiha misses her quiet life of seclusion. It seems her enemies are numerous, but she is patient. Time is on her side. It has been a long time since Yushiha walked among her living cousins. There was no mane or speaker when she last drew breath, but Yushiha hopes they will see past her condition. She is certain she will barely recognize the kingdoms of her kin. And you as well, Walker. I hope we cross paths again, under better circumstances.
We lost more than half our smuggling supplies and chorus. The vampires took her. Yushiha offered to guide.
The taste of the wagons can rot. This one makes for the stitches at the first.
This one will consider.
I'm staying far away from the weeping.
Yeah!